ago, and we had a town hall meeting where I introduced myself, and then I just get the chance to listen to those who want to share with me what is on their minds. And I see so many great veterans out here today who've served this country, put their lives on the line, and come back with a unique perspective and some wisdom that they've been able to share with me. And there was a Vietnam era veteran in Wichita Falls who approached me, and he said, I also carried an AR-15, but I did it in the jungles of Vietnam. And I had 20 rounds in the magazine of the AR-15 that I carried, and that AR-15 had one purpose and one purpose only, and that was to kill people as efficiently and as effectively and as a great a number as possible. The only difference between what I was doing in Vietnam and that young 19-year-old man in Florida was that he was better armed than I was when I was at war. He had 30 rounds in the magazine of his gun when he went into that school in Parkland, Florida, and slaughtered children who were completely defenseless. That Vietnam era veteran, whose party affiliation I didn't ask because it doesn't matter a whit to me,
there you go,
said we should not be selling weapons of war to the people in this country because they will use them in our churches, in our schools, in our streets, in our concerts, in our gatherings. Let's keep the weapons of war on the battlefield and off the streets. And for that reason, because you have asked me to, I am a co-sponsor, an original co-sponsor of the assault weapons ban that would keep these weapons from being sold to people on our streets. When we were in Brownwood, Texas the next day, there were about 24 people who came out to see us in Brownwood, Texas, standing room only. And a woman asked me a question, and as she did, she introduced herself, and she said, Beto, the first thing I want you to know is that I'm an independent, which my mom has taught me the code. That means I'm a Republican. And she says, there's something else I want you to know about me. I grew up on a ranch just outside of Brownwood, and I was born with a .22 in my hands. And we have a proud tradition in my family of owning guns and using them responsibly to hunt, for self-protection, for sport. We collect them. But Beto, I also want you to know something else. I have 46 grandkids. And I've got one question for you. Can I trust you to stand up to the NRA? And I told her, listen, part of the reason that we don't take any PAC money, any help from corporations or special interests, is I never ever want you to wonder, do I stand up? Do I vote? Do I write legislation? Do I support amendments for any special interest or for you and your grandkids? Each and every single time, it is for you, for your grandkids, for the people of Texas, all 28 million, regardless of where they live, who they are. As long as they're here, they're our fellow human beings. They're our fellow Texans, they're our fellow Americans, and they deserve to be represented. I grew up in El Paso, Texas. My great uncle, Raymond O'Rourke, was a deputy in the El Paso County Sheriff's Department. He was the captain in the El Paso County Jail, which I've seen from the outside and I've seen from the inside. And one of the things that Raymond taught his great nephews and his family members to do was to shoot. The thing he was most proud of in his life was the Marksman Award that he got for being the top sharpshooter in the El Paso County Sheriff's Department. So he taught me and my sister Charlotte, my sister Erin, how to shoot a gun, but also the responsibility that comes with gun ownership. And that there's some accountability for owning that gun and how that gun is used and how you use that gun and the people around you in your life, what they are exposed to. And I think that this state, Texas, so many of us have that story in our lives.